All right. So today is March 12th, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the market, what's going on in our market here in Memphis and the surrounding areas, and also down in DeSoto and Marshall County. So let's take a look at what our market is doing right now. So let's start with interest rates. Current interest rates today, March 12th, we're looking at about conventional, right around 6%, FHA, a little bit under that, and then VA, a little bit under that at 5.6. So rates are definitely much better now than they were a year ago, and definitely 2 years ago. So it's a good time. If you've been waiting for rates to go down, now is really a good time to consider jumping in. If that's all that matters to you is rate, then go ahead and jump in. Rates probably will go down even more, but again, I always say when rates go down, prices go up because more people come into the market. Matter of fact, I just saw a statistic that over the last month, if I remember this good, about 500,000 new buyers came into the market. They didn't build 500,000 more homes when the people came in. So you're going to have a supply shortage, a demand high. Prices are going to go up even if rates go down. So you might still be paying the same thing. Again, you can refinance your rate. You can't refinance your price. So don't wait for prices to go up and rates go down. If you can find a home, fits your needs, buy it now, refinance the rate later on when it goes down. Look at market data, Memphis and surrounding areas. The medium list price, about $275,000. Average days on market, about 59 days. That's still right at 2 months, which is very good. List your house, get a contract, get it to closing, and still close in 60 days. Showing currently they are active about 39, a little bit over 3,900 active listings. And there's about 1,261 pending listings right now. So very active market right now. You can still put your house on the market and in 60 days get it sold. Now, like anything else, that's a median. So there's some high, there's some lower. So just keep that in mind. All right. And if anybody tell you they guarantee you they can have your home sold at a certain time, then you might want to run because guarantees usually don't work. Move down to DeSoto and Marshall counties. The median list price down there is about 369 days on market, 70 days. Still, a little bit right over 2 months, but still very good. We have active 753 current active listings, and we have about 324 pending. So again, very active market down in Mississippi as well. Not as much homes as we have in the Memphis area, which this Memphis data is really for Shelby, Dyer, Fayette County, all the other surrounding counties. So much bigger pot than DeSoto and Marshall counties. All right. So the next thing we're going to let's look at some comparisons from a year ago. So let's take a look at 300. Let's work with a $300,000 home comparison between 2026 and 2025. And these are for principal and interest payment only, all right? Because depending on where you live, your taxes, your insurance, that's going to be different for everybody. We look at a VA loan, zero down today. You're looking at about $1,740. A year ago, that payment would have been right at $100 more. Okay, so $1,837, and that's because rates have gone down. And again, remember VA, your loan does not require a down payment. So you can always buy a VA home with no money down. But again, also for VA, that only applies to military. All right. So you either got to be active military or veteran in order to take advantage of the VA loan. Most people will actually be using an FHA loan, and an FHA loan, you have a 3.5% down that is required. Now there are some loan types that can help you with, you get grants and stuff like that, but FHA is a 3.5% down payment requirement. A year ago today, the payment would have been about $1,812. Today, that same payment is about $1,715. So again, right at $100 less than you would have paid a year ago. Now, here's the thing. Anyone who bought a home, their home, say a year ago, now they get to refinance their home if they choose to refinance now, depending on what rate they had a year ago. And now the payment's about $100 less. That's $1,200 a year. And you can multiply that by 15 years and see how much a big difference that is. And at that time, they also was able to buy at a reasonably good price. And prices are still very good right now. Conventional, generally speaking, again, you'll have a 3% down. There are some instances where you can put no money down, but again, or get grants and stuff. But conventional, 3% down today on a $300,000 home, the payment would be right at $1,763 a year ago, exactly right at about $100 more for the exact same $300,000 home. So as you can see, things are getting better. But again, if you are trying to time the market to the exact time when you wanted to time it for the best possible time, it's not possible. It's actually impossible because nobody knows. Because let's say, for example, rates become 4.5 tomorrow, I guarantee you prices, that $300,000 home is then going to become much more. Nobody knows how much, but it will be higher because you're going to have more people trying to buy that exact same house. When supply does not increase, but demand increase, the prices are going to go up. So again, all right, so keep that in mind. So if you got any questions, would like to learn more about our market, we want to see a comparison of what a payment would look like. Again, this payment is strictly based on principal and interest only. It does not include your insurance and your property taxes. All right. Reach out, give me a call. Love to talk to you, show you how you can benefit from this market right now. It's still a great market, still a good time to get some great deals, lower interest rate. Let's make it happen. This is Keno Spring, the Vinci Realtor with Harris & Harris Realty Group. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week when I do another market update. Keep you guys informed. Thank you. Bye-bye.